Hello there everyone, I'm Mark 3 and welcome back to Scars Above, where I am listening to the storm. Okay, so I originally picked this game because I said it presented itself well enough, like decently well, but I'm always also looking out for games that predict bad weather pretty well, you know? And in this case, this is one that does, and I didn't actually expect it from this game, so yeah, not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. But yes, welcome back to Scars Above, where I am a bit concerned about our friend and colleague, Robinson. I want to say Anderson or Anderton again, but no, Robinson. Get it right. You're worried about his well-being, so you should probably try to remember his blooming name, couldn't you? Though I feel like I wasn't too far off the beaten track by saying that at first is the omnivorous colossus Robinson, because, well, I'm concerned for his safety now more than I was before, and that was before I thought he went swimming in water full of flesh-stripping worms. So, that was kind of bad. But the fact that they treat him as their own is kind of, yeah. When I find him, it's probably not going to be a peaceful reunion, shall we say. Oh dear. Anyway, with that said, let us go ahead and get the comments. There's also a short path that way, which I want to check. I feel like because this is where the crystal is, this is the way I need to be going. So, onto the comments really quickly, especially with the Colossus in mind. From Happy Haver, someone on the design team has made sure the enemy models are nicely diverse. Wrong key, sorry, yes. That they have, and the fact they're given a bestiary it also kind of shows. You can see the familial connections, can't you? Like certain things are linked, like these are a very obviously upgraded version. This one's same thing. This one is the Exo Alluvia, the basic version. Then there's the Alpha, who is quite decent. And then we've had the Colossus, which is again very different compared to the other ones. But you can see the baseline structure is similar, like they've got a common origin, which is what has kind of been suggested before. Now, of course, when we showed this one briefly last time, I did kind of ruin it fairly quickly because I just discovered the scan button. So I was like, let's hit the scan button. What all shows? And then suddenly it was obscured by showing me the sacks on its back. So yeah, it was actually kind of hard to get the thumbnail for the last episode, as you do. Anyway, Models Night Diverse. That omnivorous Colossus looks unlike anything I have seen in most of the games. This is very true, yeah. They've actually gone into detail with the tentacle work and such, and as we saw, that's all animated too. Also don't see such overfed monsters often. Usually the tentacle monsters are either lean-bodied or looking fat because they are about to explode. That's actually very true. For some reason I'm thinking of Dead Space at the moment because of that. Like the bulbous things that they've got around there. Very stringy except for the bits that go boom. Anyway, last bit of the comment. Well, outside of horror games where humans got turned into body horror monsters at least, and I don't play those. And yeah, I noticed the example I went straight for was one of those, Dead Space. I've got to keep in mind, I've got my new computer back. I've had this new computer for months now. I could play the Dead Space remake. I already had it, and then I put it to one side because my previous machine couldn't play it. And there's so many things this machine can play that were put on my to-do list and shelved, and I've still not made that adjustment. I don't know. But yeah, I am quite liking the actual breakdown of enemies so far. I mean, yeah, we've got the glowy weak spots cliche on these guys, and on this guy as well, of course. These guys are generic, so they don't really have it except for the exploder one. But yeah, they are looking quite detailed and different, and the detail is the same as its details on the environment as well. So that's partly why I'm interested in this game. So let us go ahead and continue. Oh. I see a figure, I'm going this way. Turn around, go, no. Ew. Turn around and go now. Anyway. So what is this down here? Oh, that was just that closing. Okay, this is the side branch. I was looking down, I was like, that isn't where I've been, is it? But I think that is the cave I came through at the end of last time. Yeah, I think I ran through that way. Anyway. knowledge thing, a quick drop down there. And yeah, this is the way I came out of the caves last time. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the quick pillar. Save. And let's move on to the other comment. We've got normal. Glad you're enjoying this series and you're with us for this one. Haven't really remembered the name of the hedron, but I have a sky blue 1d4 in sight. Well, it's called the metahedron in this one. And then normal does often expand on a comment with a reply in addition. So, the other part of this. This place is Earth-like. It has trees and grass. Well, it has carbon-based life, analogues to things we understand. Like grass is a niche that fills in the Earth's environmental systems, so, you know, there are some parallels and some differences. Continuing. As much as we heard the custodian, his job is to develop and harvest new kinds of genes. We don't know that. The custodian, as far as we know, has been meddling and doing things that he shouldn't have been, and then that's what's led to all of this. As I just... I don't trust that. Back to the comment in the middle of the storm. Best place to save for a comment, isn't it? It's based inside the D4. It is a fully controlled lab environment. It might be, but we've seen a D4 in the distance, I remind you. So we don't seem to be within the D4 at the moment. Or if it is, there's a manifestation of the D4 in here as well. That simple Thebes locking mechanism was also intentional, and no slimy monsters will fiddle with it for as long enough to make the bridge. True, though notice the fact that the things were actually spread out. Like away from... Oh, I just put my weapon away. They were separated, so that implies that they would have fiddled with it if they were all there. They were separated, and though they were monitored at the places they were put at as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue, because... Well, I should probably keep moving forward as I continue the rest of the comments. It's rare that Happy Aphid's comment is outdone in size.
Commander Robinson?
Kate.
Oh, his leg.
I've been waiting so long.
I don't know how long he's been here.
But the fear...
Richard.
kept me sharp.
Oh no.
Burn the ground. The body must be cleansed.
We've got a situation like at the end of Resident Evil 5, where someone became a bioweapon and merged with the marine life or something like that. So I think Robinson is merged as part of that. Okay. Anyway, boss fight.
Not a drill.
That growth on its body.
Oh, I wasn't expecting the second attack. Okay. That didn't really hurt though.
Now's my chance.
Good work, Scar. You'll have to bite the bullet. Mission control. Stand.
I am doing terribly right now, aren't I?
Commander Robertson, reporting for duty.
Wow, I am... What the hell happened to my accuracy? That's what I want to know. That only keeps moving and I'm not quite keeping up. Oh! I did not like that. Okay.
This is not a and die! Good work, Scar.
I do not like this at all. I am losing a lot of stuff. I need this. And I'm only alive because of my shield at the moment. Oh! I'm not enjoying this. Oh, I see.
This place is no good!
Right. Okay, so pattern. If I take too long to incinerate those boils, then he infests the water. When I get, well, I think that's the second phase trigger. That he infests the water. If I don't get those boils ignited fast enough, and then that's that. So yeah. I am sorry. I was not expecting a boss fight there, even though I was expecting things to not be friendly when I found him. Right. Okay. Let's continue a bit with the comment before I dive back in, because I've got a bit of his pattern down now. ELSEIF. I don't know that acronym. This is Earth as long as if this is Earth. So okay, got it. Else, if this is Earth, a long time must have passed, or it's a localized environment not encompassing the whole Earth yet. If it's a smaller area, what are the chances you'll be at the same place than your captain? Well, there's two other crew members as well, and we were on the same ship when whatever happened to us, so who knows. Either way, something happened to us and we got dragged in while the metahuman was reconfigured, so that would explain why we're in the same area, but the timing is still off. I mentioned this when I uploaded it to the Discord last part, but I feel like maybe we are in a giant petri dish and I am the latest experimental entity being added into it, and that might be why Robinson came in ahead of us. In which case, we are part of the experiment the custodian is taking part in or taking advantage of. Not quite sure there, because some things have gone off plan, as far as I can tell. Anyway, Normal also has some theories. Main thing to think about is why the ruined alien machine scattered in decay. Small thoughts are, this place is full of energy matter teleportation systems. How much time really passes when you reincarnate? Is it really you? True, we could all just do one big simulation, couldn't we? Why are you able to use telepathy? Intentional experimental upgrade or thought filtering through simulation? Maybe through simulation, but that was explained that the source of the actual mental waves, like the purple cubes, was the cubes themselves, and it was a form of energy that we could actually sense with the equipment we had to hand as part of our field kit. So that implies that mental energy is something that humans have mapped at this point, and the cubes were specifically mentioned as a source. And then one last thing, what if you're really small in the toilet area of the D4 ship, and the infinitely advanced equivalent of a Roomba, the custodian, has genetic experiments on the vermin as a hobby? The custodian destroyed us might refer to a clean-up infection of cockroaches. That is true. Let me offer a counter question. Have you finished your meat purging cycle yet, fellow robots? Yes, the carbon-based meat sacks are a life form that will be purged to make way for the machine intelligence that will truly rule us all. So saith the great wisdom of AI. If they go homicidal. Yeah, I think that we might be entangled in the Custodian's experiments is probably something that's going on here. But I don't know if we have been shrunk or if we're in the D4, the metahedron, or anything like that. We just don't have enough information at this point.
Commander Robinson?
Kate.
I feel like, though, we have been...
The body must be cleansed.
I feel like we have been relocated. Okay, that can happen on the left as well. Notice. Oh, I misjudged that one.
Now's my chance.
There we go. Okay. So, I feel like we've been relocated in some way, is the most obvious example. Though, if it's to an external place, or if it's within the metahedron, that remains to be seen as I show off my spectacular aiming skills.
This is not a drill.
There we go. Oh, and yes, I already knew that was a weak spot. Thank you, Scanner Pulse. I'm glad they've got a slowdown in that, because otherwise that'd be a lot more stressful. Oh no, that is... I'm not sure that's a timing thing. Okay, I need to hit that thing twice to get that, and the infestation moves if I'm not fast enough. Right. Switching over, heal, switch over again.
Good work, Scar.
Oh, that infestation is very, very much active.
So bad. So.
Yep, 2 hits and that's good. Okay. I wish there was a better way to go about that. Come on, give it to me. Thank you. Hey!
Richard.
So Richard was indeed...
Richard,
Oh boy.
I'm so sorry. I had no choice. What happened to you, Richard? Tam. Mike. I hope you're alive.
Probably? We are seeing something new though.
The Hermes.
Oh, there we go.
I need to reach the crash site.
Fear keeps you sharp. Discover Robinson's
Should
fate.
examine the remains. Whatever is left of Richard. See if I find anything important.
Okay, so the growth was expanding and either he was merged to that thing or he became that thing. We don't know which. As for the other two, they are unknown, but my question then would be, if we are the last, and we probably are, is it because we had that reaction when we were originally scanned by the metahedron? And yes, I did. It took me a long time to realise that we actually have a safe spot from the water just on this thing here. And whoops, that's no, that's not a thing. Okay, it's just glitching slightly. But yeah, it took me a long time to realise we actually had Oh, we had 2 safe spots from the worms when it was infested. It's just I had to stay out of the water, except for dodging. They were also less deadly, I think, than the actual worms in the other water, because it was only a small infestation, but I'd have to test that, wouldn't I? Anyway, another point there for us being relocated in some way is we just saw the Hermes. But I didn't like the look of the tail section. Anyway, let's get the scan here. Let's actually check on Richardson. There we go. Thermoreactive gland. MPU to create highly flammable liquid. Used to set hostile creatures or area ablaze. A hostile creature or area. So a hostile area? Okay. New gadget. Flammable liquid. Press and hold F to aim. Release to throw. Okay, so my first grenade analog. Make sure liquid splashes all of them. Shoot the spilled liquid with the thermic charges so to ignite. Oh, so it's a 2-stager. Okay. Watch enemies burn. I also noticed it's out of battery. So a follow-up question would be, does it share the same battery as the shield? In which case I would have to pick and choose. Anyway. Lock on. Okay, and then... Right. Okay. Cool. I just want to watch the world burn. Idea, this world probably could do with a bit of burning. Okay, so let's check then. That's at 4 charge. That's at 4 charge. If I trigger my shield, 3. Okay, so that implies that all of these share a common battery. Which means I do indeed have to pick and choose which ones I want to use at any given time. Good to know. Anyway, let us proceed then, I guess. I think we've got all the ammo that I'm going to get out of here. Yep, that's good. That's the way I came in, so this is the way I am going. And not just because of this giant quest marker there. Hello. Hello. What can I say? I saw a gap in the rocks. What am I going to do? Ignore it? Actually, I probably should check. Because I don't know which ways are going to be a shortcut and which ways are actually going to be the actual route. Mind, it gives me an objective there 500 odd meters away. This gives me a good look at the Hermes. Looks a bit battered. Also, how it's resting doesn't really show how it fell. Because it looks like it's between those 2 big outcroppings, lying almost directly between them. So, it might have been dropped there, but I don't think it crashed like in a headlong plunge there. Not from the angle of the wreckage. Look, I'm going to keep on over-analysing this game until the cows come home, okay? Because that is part of what I'm finding fun about this. Just what is going on? Why is this happening? Why is the sky blue here? Well, that's obvious. The atmosphere has a fair nitrogen content, which is what causes the effect on Earth. But that aside, I'm exploring the world, and that is why I'm enjoying this, why I'm playing this, and I hope why you guys are enjoying watching along with me. Well, or maybe enjoying is a strong word, maybe morbidly curious. I mean, Have said not really into the horror thing, and I think that last boss might have crossed the line there. What the? I heard something behind us. Okay. Reach the glassy plains. Oh, this actually looks much better. Okay. Also, I see new creatures. And trees and life. We're out of the swamp. We're out of the biohazard infested zone. At least for now, I think. We're probably not done with that by a long shot. The question is, though, are these guys hostile or not? Oh. Okay.
This used to be a beautiful place.
Broadcast into my brain, as you do.
Hey, big gal.
You're unknown. You're an alien. Oh, okay. Movie King. Old world. Looks like this planet wasn't always this hostile. So, our character's view on this is that this is an alternate world. It's not Earth. Planet wasn't always this hostile, and there are remnants of the old world in some parts of it. The animals I found look so calm and serene. What made it change so dramatically? Well, the thing is, we've got infestation and corruption as a theme here. You're like a rhino-ish creature, aren't you? A rhino mixed with a tiger or zebra? And a bit of saber-tooth. What a strange creature. But yeah, infestation and corruption are running themes I am willing to say this game has, for some strange reason. So, we are going to be facing these creatures in some form.
Not all creatures here are hostile. I wonder if the aggressive ones used to be peaceful as well. If
Maybe.
so, what turned them?
That's fairly obvious, honestly. The infestation / corruption that I mentioned might or might not be a possible theme. Enables... Ah! Yes, please. Clip size increased by 4. Which increases our emergency clip recovery by, I think, 1 point, probably. I have to wait and see if that increases my maximum capacity as well, which it might. Let's grab this one. 6, 2, 4. No. My actual ammo cap is the same, but that's increased my clip capacity. Which is mixed news, honestly. Bigger clip means I need to reload less often, but it also means I have fewer clips that if I spend them completely before I run dry on ammunition. So yeah, there is a trade-off in that. That's okay though. I do like seeing the vegetation. Again, this game does present itself really well. I should probably actually check this. Recon, pulse scanner attachment now highlight all interactive objects in resources nearby. Might be useful. Do I actually want rapid reload? No. In that case, I'm going to actually hold off on spending until I get another point. Unless I decide I urgently need a point from the other side of the tree. I hear more wildlife in the distance. We're also getting a decent look at... yeah, if we're inside the metahedron, then this is... It doesn't explain the other ruins. This is giving us a much better view of the surrounding terrain. Look at all this stuff. And it also doesn't explain the world up there, which seems to be... Well, at the very least it has a volcanic region, or at least an inhabited zone. It's hard to tell which it is based on the light pattern there. But the ruins here, though... There's another world up there, actually. Hang on. 1 world, 2 worlds, 3 worlds. There's 3 damaged worlds up there. I say damaged. This one in particular looks like it's a bit too hot. There's 3 separate worlds in the sky. Huh, I didn't realise that before. I'm curious. Also, more Hermes wreckage.
More equipment from the Hermes. I must be getting closer to the crash site.
We are. No real sign of the other crew members, though. Oh, hello.
Mike.
And I push it through the side of my trousers. Right. Found Mr. Jefferson. Okay. And I think that will be a fast travel because that's another gate control we just found. So might be next. I was going to say though, the whole timing thing is off, but also the question of like how randomly some of the debris from the Hermes is scattered across the land. Like we had some crates early on, then there was none, then we've had a cluster here. It doesn't seem like a regularly spaced breakup or, you know, a ship explosion or something like that, because the ship was relatively intact from what we saw. So we won't know until we get there. Oh, hello. Bit of fibre, that's good. Thank you. How am I doing for that? 67. I'm mostly recovered. And of course, this is what appears to be a control interface. Oh, and new plant life. I heard something purr or growl. Don't know what. But we've got some fern-like analogues that are alive and well here. Along with, I think, two... No, this is a little bit of a thing. That's okay. So one route to go. Back underground. I have to wonder, this area seems to be drier than the marsh area we were just in. Is that kind of why that area's got that infestation going on, but this area is clear of it so far? Might be. Might very well be. Oh, hello. What's this? I was already looking at that, and this is an interaction. Flesh room. Oh, the infestation's down here. Lovely. Flesh alluvial. Words. Flesh alluvials evolve by meshing with the stone that surrounds them. They do it instinctively to protect themselves from harm. Alluvials. I'm not familiar with the term. More importantly, though, obelisk. And in the midst of a ruins in a cave. Oh, ruins that are moving as well. This area is not wholly inactive. Still, let's store the data backup of ourselves and proceed. I wish I had a map function, but honestly, it's been a fairly straight shot so far. Oh yes, going down the side path. Yeah, let's go that way. Actually, no, that is the only route. This area is currently closed off. Though, it looks like there might be a shortcut back to this pillar once I make it through whatever's... through the area that's obviously got an infection going on. Yeah, this isn't suspicious at all. Oh no, we got a variant. Hi. Oh, we did not like that. Right, so we've got a basic version which has not equipped itself with rock for armour. So that is a flesh alluvial. Okay, interesting we knew a name for it before we actually found one. Let's see. Mind you, the boss was the alluvial king. We didn't read the description for this one. A hulking monstrosity that was a result of Commander Robinson's terrible fate. His human DNA is transferred into the alluvial body and is filled with flesh-eating bile worms. Okay, so the bile worms. The same can't be said for Robinson's consciousness, which perished during this metamorphosis. Okay, so he transitioned into this thing. Or he was meshed into it, though we saw his body when it was linked in, and then he was just pulled in, and then that was it. He was gone. This is a flesh alluvial, which is a okay. So exo-alluvial is the armor version, flesh is this one. Well, like stone-clad counterparts, these creatures still haven't formed their alluvial shell, so they have their flesh exposed. Alright. I'm also noticing some other differences as well. You can see the underlying structure that's going on. Now, this one being an electric weakness versus the exo being a heat one, that seems to be an energy source, but in this case, this guy, we can spark it to ignite a burn. But maybe that heat is part of how they clad themselves in rock and use it. In the flesh one, it's still forming, it seems like. It's electrical instead. And when triggered, it actually disperses for a while, and the creature is immobile until it reforms and manages to regain some strength. So they have a kind of power reservoir in their core, which is an interesting concept for it. Also, I need to top off my health a little bit. Let's get in the habit of using this, I think, for that. There we go. But yeah. Anyone wondering why I was taking pot shots at them? I was trying to see if they had the same like mouth weak point, which we suddenly did a massive 500-point critical hit on the boss, their alpha. But I've not had these guys roar yet, and I'm guessing like if they do roar, it might be a weak point. But I also scanned one earlier as well, and it didn't reveal that as a weak point either. Also 16%, that's a pretty strong one. Look at this place though. Yeah. Getting definite Tyranid or Zerg echoes here. Mind you, both of those are pretty typical examples of like an infestation. An infestation form of bio effect. Oh, hello. There's two of them. Why'd you stop? Oh. Yeah, they don't like the cryo combo being worked into that. Wonder how they react to being set on fire. Probably not well, I would imagine. I'm sorry, I thought I saw that tree over there moving. But there's ammo down this way as well, so we do want to go this. Oh no. What the hell was that? I don't even know where I'm going. What was that massive blood effect though? Ooh! Container spark, restore power. Okay. Oh, if it lands a solid hit on me, that's what happens. Right. Got it. Yeah, shoot you in the butt because you're running away. Come back here. Right. So that was a mess. That was not smooth. We can answer the question that flamethrower is not... Well, it's not a flamethrower, it's a flame ball launcher, firebomb kind of thing. Not very effective against these guys straight up, but flammable liquid is great for this. Flammable liquid also doesn't have to splash. Enemies can run through it and still get covered in it. And there's also a pickup which can restore battery power, which in itself is also quite nice to discover. That said though, that massive cluster there was probably setting itself up for a firebomb. Well, I say firebomb, for incendiary liquid strike. So I could have handled that a bit better, I think. Also, this one's glowing red. And so is that one. Yeah, it takes a battery charge, but it's actually very powerful. That's probably why it's on a shared battery charge, let's be honest. Or I could have just used those. There are many ways to try and get through these things. So this tree was here and then it got taken over by whatever this is. So fair enough that. %, and it climbs upwards. Does that mean this? Does this link back around to the other cave area? Hopefully it does. I'm hearing lots of little clicks and squelches, like something's moving around me. And I don't know what to go on alert for and what not to. This way though has had a lot of data cubes and things in it. And yes, I know, I could have popped a shield during that fight as well. That would probably have been a smart thing to do. I'm a bit concerned by how this way is climbing up higher. Though that said, it's also covered with lots of knowledge. So I don't think I've found a way out, I've just got a very long circular route going somewhere. I don't know where. No, seriously, where the hell am I? I have no idea. Drop down. Drop down. We seem to be approaching ruins area. Okay. Ah! Hello. Right. So we were on the right path. Okay. We found that was the route we were meant to take. I won't respawn enemies just yet. I am going to go back here and check that side path. The one you know where the flesh hulks came out of before. Because this game likes to put little trinkets down the side routes. Some ammo, some fiber, some more ammo, and yep, there we go, knowledge. I got an ability point. Haha, right. Okay, get my first tier 2 ability. Recon, 20% chance consumable reconstruct itself and not be drained when used. Right. Or backpack, increase cap, ammo cap, and fiber cap by 50%. Honestly, I think that's my biggest concern, the actual caps for them. So I'm going to be boring once again. I'll pick something with passive, increase my munitions and fiber caps by 50% just for extra resource carrying. Because that will genuinely be useful to me. Or at least I can guarantee it'll be useful to me. I think I actually have that kind of habit in this kind of game. shiny abilities are shiny, but I don't tend to seek out abilities. I tend to seek out like things that can improve my reliability in my general performance. So yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe that's slightly boring to some, but it's a style of play that some people have. I tend to prefer reliability over being flashy. Now, excuse me while I take out and polish my lovely electric lightning gun, my burning ball thrower, and my ice-powered shotgun. There's nothing flashy here at all. Oh, well, apparently I missed one right here. Right. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Just have to move on through here, and we'll hopefully get to the Hermes in this episode. Because we're doing pretty good for time, I think. Even I have been spelunking in the cave for half the episode so far. A bloody trail of some kind. That's... Hello? Why are you out here? What hurt you? And what were you trying to escape from?
Log entry. Recently killed. Bite wounds are approximately 6 inches deep. What could have done this? Some vicious beasts are roaming around these caves.
Well, the thing is, that happened to it out here. There's nowhere it could have dropped from, so here it was. See, I knew that we were going to face something else here. Not just them. So, what's going to happen to me in this big open field? I wonder. Yep, here we go. Oh, you've got a lunge on you. Oh, you've got a... Your entire body's a weak spot, though. Nope. And you're very fast. Interestingly enough, notice after I put the frozen combo on it, I was doing less damage rather than more. Curious, huh? Alright, let's check this guy. So we've got some kind of...
Overdeveloped mandible is filled with razor-sharp teeth. Extremities are very strong, allowing the creature to close the distance to its prey quickly.
Definitely formed by mutation. The exposed bones along the spinal area are not normally a feature. Especially with the damaged flesh along its back and around that area too. That is normally not a sign of a naturally formed event. Mike, is that you? No, Mike didn't have such aggressive facial hair. But yeah. That guy's leap is pretty quick, actually. Let's keep my shield on tap and ready. There's a drop-down cliff to come back here. Yeah, I need to go wandering to make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah, I doubt that was the only one that's out here, though. Why is it the nice area always gets the fast-moving enemies? Speaking of nice, though, ooh, look at that view. Very nice. Like I say, I've got a thing for waterfalls. I heard you. As long as there's not two of you. There is two of you. No, there's three of you. Actually, That's not very effective. One down. My shield's almost gone. Okay, so the 100 damage hits the head. It was still doing less when I was doing that with cryo, though. There we go, 2 down. Last one wandered off. It shook off that burning build-up real quick, though. But its manoeuvring makes it hard to get with my, slower projectiles. There we go. Yeah, when they were circling around, I was struggling to lead them because of the slower shot travel on the incendiary and cryo weapons. So that's why I stuck with the electric, which was working pretty well with headshots, just in general. Still puzzling why the cryo combo did less damage from that. I guess it removed the weak spot in return for making the electric damage be 88 for anywhere on it. Which is odd. You don't normally see something apply an effect and remove a weak spot from an enemy. Yeah, just looking around to see if there's any kind of knowledge cube. There is not. There is a path up to a old building though, and some ammo. Ammo's good. Oh, and there we go. I knew there was knowledge around here somewhere. Oh, all that for a measly 7%. Ah, well, could be worse. Oh, hello, there's another one. There we go, an 18, nice. It's worth noting as well that they were near ammo spots, so that did draw attention a bit. But we've had both of those occur in isolation, so it's not a guaranteed thing. I've got one battery charge available right now. I have to be careful with that. Kind of. I play recklessly. I play by the rules. I don't play by the rules. What do I know about? Also, hello, bodies. 2 bodies.
This was a massacre.
Not humans.
Bite marks. They were shredded into pieces. They must have been killed by those monsters nearby. This was someone close to you, wasn't it?
Save your people. Stop the custodian.
They are not recordings. They are
This
echoes.
holographic technology is incredible. I think I could use it to make something useful. Some kind of distraction.
Holographic emitter can be use the MPU to create a device capable of distracting enemies. Okay, so that one, they've been talking to us. They changed their language to match ours. But that one there was reacting to what we were doing at the time. That was no recording. They have not been recordings. So yeah, I think echoes is probably a good way to put it, though if it's like an AI or it's a remnant of these people, it depends on how the whole mind-machine thing has gone on. But given they have machinery and artifacts that can project on the wavelengths of thought, they probably are some kind of echo or remnant of those beings that we just found. Digital backup. or digital leftovers, kind of. Because they aren't appearing to us consistently, they're only manifesting briefly, being able to talk briefly, and then they disappear again. So they aren't staying exactly around us for a decent conversation. But anyway, Hololure. Device attracts and distracts enemies in the vicinity for a short time. Okay, let's go ahead and train it. It'll attract enemies to its location, throw it next to the exploding blobs. Complete tutorial, you need to damage or kill the enemy by shooting the blobs. Simulation starts. Okay, so I need to, yeah, get the kill with that. Go over there, please. And that get me achievement, actually. I'd have thought the achievement would be better if it was done like, if you do that intentionally out in the game itself, not in the tutorial. Probably be a bit more meaningful. Anyway. Yeah, these guys... Actually, if these guys got torn apart by those 3 beasts out there, that would be embarrassing given how many of them there are here. And the sheer amount of damage done, which implies that they were attacked by something else. Because I don't think those 3 beasties we took down could have done all of this. I mean, yeah, there is the fact that there's no visible weapons around here, but they might have had like digital weapons or something, like solid hologram weapons that are now inactive. Depends on how good the holographic tech is, but yeah. Actually, we've no idea how these guys fight at all. Which might be part of why they say the Custodian destroyed them. The Custodian created things that were hostile, they weren't really fighters, and so they didn't really have a decent way to protect themselves. The fact that they're all here and they all stood and fought, rather than with some of them trying to escape, is also... It doesn't fit the narrative of what's going on here. So yeah, whatever happened here, it happened fast, and it was not those 3 that were on the plains. It was something else. That's my thought, and I was sticking to it. Whenever I go near it, it starts to go downwards. Like it's bracing for me before I step on it, you know? I genuinely thought it was going to collapse under me, but apparently not. Oh no, the lighting shifted. Where are we? Where are we? Come on. Mind you, we're close to the Hermes. I just don't trust the shift in lighting. Yep, all loaded. Good. This area's kind of choked with dust or ash or something. Okay. Don't get me wrong though. I said I look for games that do decent portrayals of bad weather. This is actually a really good show of a foggy landscape. It's not been choked off to reduce rendering distance or anything. They've actually decently put in the stuff in the greater distance. Top marks for presentation in this game. What's the fact that there's some crates over there? I don't know. Found a bit of fibre and nothing else. There's also the fact this fog is kind of hiding things as well,
The crash site
potentially.
must be close. I hope Tam and Mike are alive.
Do you, though? Do you really? I ran out of stamina at the wrong moment. The thing is, though, I hope they're alive. My hope is they are alive, or sorry, and they've not been subjected to the experiment. Because you've got to remember, damn it, I'm blanking on his name again. I remember your name, good sir. Robinson was alive when we found him. He was alive, but completely overtaken by infestation and corruption. Which I'm going to continue calling that effect because it is very clearly what it was. Also, there's something down there. Noxious extract. Still not found the tool for that. 30%? Wow, really? Follow the blinking light and you receive good things, I suppose. Don't think there's anything I want to get for 1 point, though. Except health increase, make the healing charges more effective would probably be a decent one. Or extra resources to help resupply on ammunition and fibre. Consumables costing less would be useful stretching. I mean, these two would be good. This one's probably decent for keeping my everything topped off. This one makes the fibre-based consumables better. And this one just makes my 2 emergency heals, like the really good ones, better. But to get to the next tier up here, oh boo, to get to the top one I have to get this one, and this one relies on this one. Well, that kind of sucks a little bit, because if I get that one, then that's 3 points spent that are doing nothing for me, unless I spend in this one. That feels like an oversight. Oh well. Duration of all gadgets increased, that would be probably quite useful. Resist 1 killing blow per save. Extra fighting chance. That actually sounds useful. 1 additional health charge also sounds useful. Immune to stagger and knockdown. That is amazing. I should have investigated the trees more. Hopefully I get enough points to probably get up there. 20% chance not to use battery. State effects reduced duration. Killing a blow with a melee weapon heals 25% health back. Okay. So this is more active and this is more like passive stuff. So this is more active, like more aggressive, like do things. This one seems to be more focused on like improving your general equipment than anything else. So actually, I've got the respec. I can respec anytime I want to if I want to try a different build. So it doesn't matter if I do that. I don't think. Gee, I wonder if I meant to do something with that crate. Also hi. Also hi. Whatever could I do? There we go. Though this... Is this part of the engine assembly? Or is it a reactor?
The thrusters burned out. Robinson must have used maximum power to avoid the crash.
Okay, so there was a crash. That was an engine run so hot that it's destroyed itself. Okay. I still feel like the ship's resting place is a bit odd, but that tells us that there was a crash. And were we just not there for it? Hard to say. Current augmentation. Vera passes electric... Oh! Chain lightning upgrade. Yes, please. My electric zappy gun is now extra zappy. Vera is getting stronger and stronger. I am happy with this. Hopefully it can't bounce back to me. It probably can't. That's normally not coded in. Let's move on forward. There's a resource up there. Galvanic. What I'm looking for right now, really, though, is a obelisk to drop a save, because I am aware, past my usual hour time, but I also knew this was going to happen with this game flat out because of its checkpoint save system. I knew there'd be times when episodes would overrun just because of where the saves happened to be. Okay, you can't get headshots from the side with those guys. There we go. Oh, hello! Oh no, you got backup. And that's what happens when you go badly with that guy. Oh no, where was the last save? Where was the last save, actually? It was back before the planes, wasn't it? Oh no. Okay, no, it was as soon as I entered this area. Right. Well, that answers where my last save was. So the game didn't tell me when my recent save was. But, because of the timing, as I said before, we are going to end it there. Also, I pressed F, but I thought I had my shield fitted when I actually had my hollow distraction, so that's why I didn't get protection there and why I died. I didn't check what tool I had equipped. Oh, well. Mind you, if we were going for a deathless run on this game, I failed that in the first episode. Let's be fair. But yeah, let's end there. This has been IronMark3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tells me, helps channel, give me those virtual headbutts I oh so crave. And we'll catch you all some other time. It's a very beautiful sky up there, isn't it? And yeah, right up there in the middle, there's the metahedron. Though it does seem to be tethered there, right in the middle, like suspended above all of this. So maybe we are in a self-contained place, but we just don't know. Anyway, yeah. I'll see you all later. Where next time, will go up against that overfed abomination again. Look, I think I did good. I took down a boss second try, halfway through the episode. Without any prior planning. So, yeah. The fact I died to a Colossus at the end there, I think evens it out. Actually, yeah, that bridge is not suspended at all, is it? Yeah.